Yo guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Monex, and today we're gonna be talking about that's not again, man. Not again. Why? I just don't understand why. I don't even know at this point. So basically, if you guys didn't know, J Bounder Man made a Reddit post eventually into a video about how he's not playing Arena Reloaded as much as he wants to. And I mean, of course, I know why. I mean, in terms of covering the game, I know why because, of course, there has to be updates and stuff, for him to keep covering the game, of course, right? That's usually what he does on his channel. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. Like a lot of, well, I won't say a lot. I don't know. I don't know about a lot, but there was well, the content creators that we do have left. They're more playing other games. I've seen some make the switch to Apex, but otherwise, I don't know what to do anymore. Like I said, this game is the only FPS game I really main. Like, if this game didn't even existed, and by the way, this game was the game that pulled me out of retirement for FPS games. Like after Pixel 3D, I was basically done. Like I was not going to play Pixel 3D anymore. Like I was just tired of just the game just dying, and not only that, but just the overall reception of the game. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go, right? Like I'm fighting mostly bots, like I might as well go, right? And I did, and after that, I've just been playing offline fighting games, emulation games. Like I didn't even bother with another FPS experience. Yes, X Define, like I'm trying to move to X Define, but that got shut down, so I was like, hey, I was down in the dumps in terms of finding an FPS experience that I actually like. I'm not into battle royales. I'm not really into extraction shooters. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, and plus I wasn't really into the finals. Like over time, I got warmed up to it, but it's just not for me, man. Like I said, I'm a KD head. I'm gonna be honest. Like yeah, I know you're gonna be like, of course he likes to go for the KD, but that's just how I enjoy shooting games, man. Like I like to go against when I play a multiplayer like PvP game. I'm thinking about going against other players, not really doing the objective and doing other stuff. Like I'm mainly going for the kills because that's just how I enjoy shooting games and stuff. But really, man, what I just think is just like I don't even know at this point. And then when Splitgate 2, was going to have its open beta and then it was going to stay there even until launch, like it was still going to be there. Like I was so hyped, man. Like, ooh, I was hyped for an FPS game for a long time. It's been a long time since I've been hyped for an FPS game, of that caliber. So, I was hyped and stuff, but when the controversy and all this and that happened with Splitgate 2 until it basically became Arena Reloaded, it just saddens me deeply. Like I'm just so sad about how things went out. And like I said, I know, like, I'm gonna be honest, 1047, you know, they messed up. They messed up bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they messed up pretty bad. And I've been seeing leaks about the new game and the code name and all this and that. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm just not too interested in whatever they have planned for this new game. Like I'm really not. And not only that, but I mean I'm curious, but I don't really care about it as much as I do with Splitgate, man. Like it's like they're abandoning the only portal shooter that's out there for something like I don't know that the majority I know the majority wants, and they do. I mean, it's a business, they do need to stay sustainable. That's understandable. I said this plenty of times before. I understand, they got to do what they got to do, but it just won't feel the same. It does not feel the same at all. Like it just feels Like they traded in something special and unique for like a Titanfall like that. Even people I've been seeing on Reddit and Twitter, and even in that, in one YouTuber's comment section that out of nowhere made a video about the leaks and all this and that. I don't know what to say anymore. Like people don't feel they don't like that. The helm of a Titanfall, of Titanfall's spiritual successor could be in 1047's hands because they just don't feel confident that 1047 will deliver, and they're probably gonna under deliver. Like I get that, I understand that. There's nothing I can really say to that because that's what their track record so far has been. You know, this is how it's been. And yeah, I know that this is just some video you guys don't want me to make, but I have to make it. Regardless of how I feel about Splitgate, I love Splitgate very much. It's the game that got me out of FPS retirement, but at the same time, I have to realize that, well, I'll say modern FPS retirement, but we do have to realize that, okay, they do need something sustainable, but at the same time, if this isn't sustainable either, then not just anything, but everything will just come crashing down and it'll be all over. It's all over. At that point, there's nothing you can do, nothing you can say. I mean, we can express how underrated Arena Reloaded is millions of times. We can introduce friends, family, or like co-workers, anybody, neighbors, schoolmates, college mates, whatever the case may be. We could do all of that. But if 1047 doesn't do their part, it will all be for naught. Like, if they don't do their part, it will be for naught. There's nothing we can do. Yeah. If the new game doesn't bring in like very sustainable income for both games, there's not really much we can do. But yeah, like I said, I really love Arena Reloaded very much. Like, if Arena Reloaded, or well, more like Splitgate 2, never came out, you probably wouldn't be seeing this video. And that's how much I'm just thankful for Splitgate 2's release. Regardless of the controversies and all and the stuff that 1047 shouldn't have done, but yeah, I am still thankful, for you guys, coming into the comment section, talking about the game and how you guys feel about the situations of the new game and about Arena Reloaded, and even about even way back in Splitgate too. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I know there's probably people in the Splitgate community that doesn't vibe with me. That's fine. I mean, I understand you're not gonna be vibing with everybody, but I'm glad to at least vibe with some people and some creators in this community. Like, you guys in that part of the community, I appreciate you guys, the content creators that tried their best to keep this game alive, even when everybody else was talking, mostly the downsides of the game for valid reasons, of course. But we still kept optimistic views, but we were still realistic. Like, we still understand that if this isn't it, then it's just how it is, right? So you guys is probably the most realist community out there, most likely to me. So thank you guys very much for that. And yeah, I really do enjoy, Splitgate. Like, I really do. And I don't want to see this concept of portals in a FPS game just disappear and just fade away. Like, I don't. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. Like, I want to see this, IP thrive. It would be cool to see the new one, the new game IP thrive as well. But so far, so far, we don't know what they're gonna do. But so far, it's not looking good in terms of public perception before the game is even released. That is something. We all know that the new game is still in its very, very, very early stages, and the game can radically change over time. Like I said, I can't wait to see about this new game. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's it. Like I said, I'm not a shill. I'm not a grifter. I try my best to stay away from that atmosphere as much as I can. I'm gonna confess something, and yes, I used to be a Call of Duty grifter myself. I used to grift just for views, not for money, but for views and engagement. Like, I used to be a grifter myself. Like, I understand the space around it, and I know how they get the engagements. What they do is basically get the ones that hate the game and the ones that are just disgruntled from the game, whatever the case may be, and they give them engagement. Also, they can pull in the quote unquote toxic positivity defenders, and that's basically how they get the engagement that they want. Like I said, I know toxic positivity exists, it 100% does, and it's annoying, very annoying, when someone actually does it. But finding someone who is a toxic fan of the series, any series, is very rare. Like, I don't even know, like the 2%, something like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to defend a side or anything like that. I'm very neutral. The channel has been mostly neutral. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Mostly neutral, except for the negative videos that I made about Call of Duty and about that one Battlefield 6 video. Yeah. But anyways, let me stop, just rambling about nothingness, I guess. But the whole point of what I'm trying to say with this section of the video is that about how I used to grift and stuff. I just want to tell you guys is that don't be doing this. Talk about the games that you love personally and create content, whether that's funny moments or gameplay videos or tier list videos. Like, talk about the stuff that you love, because that is something that is special about gaming. And as to share the moments and just anything about whatever video game that you like, because that is just something special about gaming that is not really in much other hobbies. That's all I want to say. That's it. Make the stuff that you enjoy. If things don't get back on the right track, or whatever direction the channel is going to go in the future, I just want you guys to know that I appreciate every last one of you. Even if you're back from the Pixagon 3D days and you're just having to watch this video, I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And your boy Mar next gotta go. I gotta flow. Whoa.